What if the next world order isn't shaped by who has the loudest voice, but by who is silently building the strongest foundation? In a world filled with headlines dominated by familiar powers, several countries are stealthily crafting their place in the future. These nations are not just growing, they're evolving, innovating, and laying the groundwork for global dominance. Today, we uncover the 10 countries that are quietly building the next global empires by 2030. From reshaping technology to redefining diplomacy, each is positioning itself to lead the world in a new era. Are we paying attention to the right superpowers, or are the real empires forming just beneath our radar? Number 10. Iran. Iran's quiet empire is built on ideology, resilience, and regional networks. Despite sanctions and isolation, it exerts influence across the Middle East through strategic alliances, cultural identity, and asymmetric power. Iran blends soft power with proxy leverage, crafting a sphere of influence that extends beyond its borders. With deep historical roots and a self-reliant mindset, Iran's vision of empire is one of cultural revivalism and strategic defiance. By 2030, it may emerge as a civilizational power challenging Western narratives. Number 9. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is undergoing a radical transformation with futuristic ambition. Vision 2030 is more than economic reform, it's a rebranding of the nation's identity. Through massive investments in tourism, technology, and culture, the kingdom is repositioning itself from oil dependency to innovation leadership. Projects like NEOM and a shift in societal norms indicate a desire to lead the Arab world into a new era. By 2030, Saudi Arabia could become a modern empire defined by digital cities, religious diplomacy, and strategic energy control. Number 8. Pakistan. Pakistan is often seen through the lens of regional conflicts, political instability, and economic struggle. But beneath this surface lies a nation quietly recalibrating its direction, aspirations, and global relevance. Strategically positioned at the crossroads of South Asia, Central Asia, and the Middle East, Pakistan is not only geopolitically important but is also emerging as a pivotal player in the 21st century global order. Pakistan's cultural and ideological influence across the Muslim world is also expanding. Through media, education, and religious scholarship, the country projects a moderate Islamic identity that resonates with many developing nations. Economically, Pakistan is pursuing digital transformation through fintech, startups, and e-commerce growth. Educational institutions are aligning with global standards, and innovation hubs are sprouting across the country. Number 7. Indonesia. Indonesia is becoming the silent juggernaut of Southeast Asia. As the world's largest Muslim-majority democracy, it combines diversity, diplomacy, and economic reform to build influence. With its strategic maritime position, growing digital economy, and leadership in ASEAN, Indonesia is shaping regional norms and stability. Jakarta's increasing engagement with global climate and trade discussions signals its ambition to step onto the world stage. By 2030, Indonesia's empire may not be visible in troops or tanks, but in ideas, innovation, and economic diplomacy. Number 6. Russia. Russia's imperial strategy is rooted in its historical narrative and military projection. While controversial, its assertive stance on territorial control, influence in conflict zones, and cyber capability signals a recalibration of power. Beyond borders, Russia is shaping global conversations around energy dependency, sovereignty, and multipolarity. The country blends traditional power structures with modern warfare techniques, seeking not just influence, but dominance in shaping global rules. By 2030, Russia is less likely to be isolated and more likely to command respect through force, resilience, and ideology. Number 5. Brazil. Brazil is turning its natural bounty and cultural charisma into engines of global relevance. With vast resources, agricultural dominance, and a vibrant population, it is constructing an empire rooted in sustainability and soft power. As climate change reshapes geopolitics, Brazil's stewardship of the Amazon and renewable energy leadership will define its global status. Simultaneously, it is expanding influence in international institutions and South-South cooperation networks. Brazil's empire may not resemble military might, but a green superpower leading a new environmental paradigm. Number 4. Turkey. Turkey is reclaiming its historical identity with strategic precision. Anchored between Europe and Asia, it is leveraging geography, military strength, and cultural diplomacy to emerge as a regional empire with global outreach. Through active involvement in conflict mediation, defense technology exports, and cultural programming, Turkey is asserting Neo-Ottoman influence. Its leadership envisions a world where Ankara is a bridge between civilizations and a command center of power. By 2030, Turkey may well become a spiritual, political, and economic beacon for the broader Muslim world and beyond. Number 3. India. India is not just rising, it is transforming into a civilizational force with modern aspirations. With its deep democratic roots, a booming tech ecosystem, and a large, youthful population, India is crafting a model of influence based on soft power, digital infrastructure, and cultural export. The country is expanding its geopolitical relevance through strategic alliances, space missions, and global peacekeeping efforts. Unlike traditional empires built through conquest, India is building through collaboration, commerce, and code. Its ancient wisdom fused with modern ambition positions it as a civilization state poised to shape global thought and innovation by 2030. Number 2. China. China's ambitions stretch far beyond regional dominance. With colossal investments in infrastructure, global trade routes, and AI development, China is weaving an intricate web of economic and political influence. The Belt and Road Initiative is more than a trade project, it's an imperial vision connecting continents under China's financial and logistical leadership. Simultaneously, China is asserting dominance in space, digital surveillance, and quantum computing. Its unique blend of authoritarian efficiency and futuristic vision makes it a formidable empire in the making. By 2030, China aims not just to challenge the West but to architect a new global order centered around Beijing. Number 1. United States. The United States remains a foundational pillar in the architecture of global power, but its empire is undergoing a critical transformation. Once defined by military reach and economic supremacy, the new American empire is being reshaped by innovation, alliances, and cultural influence. The U.S. leads in technological research, biotech, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity, creating new arenas where power is projected not through occupation, but through algorithms, platforms, and data networks. Its global brands, universities, and entertainment exports continue to mold minds and markets. Meanwhile, Washington is recalibrating its foreign policy, focusing on partnerships that extend influence without prolonged military presence. The US dollar still dominates global finance, and Silicon Valley dictates much of the planet's digital direction. Though challenged by rising powers, America's ability to reinvent itself, rally coalitions, and influence values positions it not just as a fading superpower, but as a reinvented empire. By 2030, the United States could evolve into a softer, smarter hegemon, one whose dominance is less about enforcing rules and more about writing the code of the future. As the world shifts from traditional battlegrounds to digital arenas, from military expansion to cultural influence, the meaning of empire is being redefined. These 10 nations are not waiting for permission to lead, they are already building, imagining, and asserting a future where their vision shapes the global order. Some will rule through innovation, others through ideology, and still others through sustainability. The question isn't who has the biggest army anymore. It's who has the boldest blueprint for the future. Which of these rising empires do you think will truly reshape the world by 2030? Let us know in the comments, subscribe for more global insights, and join us next time on the journey to discover the powers of tomorrow.